Homecoming was initially met with doubt and skepticism, despite it being part of the MCU. However, the movie turned out to be great, thanks in large part to the casting of Tom Holland as Peter Parker and Michael Keaton as Adrian Toomes, who's arguably the greatest villain of the live-action franchise.
I brought in a whole new crew. These guys have a family. I have a family. I'm all in on this. I could lose my house.
Adrian's motivations are understandable, which initially helped us connect with him on a personal level, and Keaton played the role with perfection, conveying both sympathy and fear. Just watch his facial expressions during the car scene. Now that is some freaky acting right there.
Good old Spider-Man.
Fear me.
Why? Because you kill your own men.
Doesn't get much more evil than genocide. We know we already said it doesn't get much more evil than Ego, but he was a highly fictional comic book villain. There are real people, both past and present, like Colonel McCullough, and they are much scarier than any comic book villain can be. The Colonel runs a disgusting labor camp with the aim of wiping out both apes and simian-infected humans alike. He even murders his own son because he's been infected with the virus, all in the name of sparing the rest of the virus-free human race.
You purified me.
He is completely insane, and makes for a fantastic and unforgettable villain.
My God. Look at your eyes. Almost
We're still left with an absolute monster of a villain, who was literally impossible to defeat without causing the apocalypse. Hela was locked away once Odin discovered she was a bloodthirsty psychopath, and once she is released, all hell breaks loose for poor old Asgard. She slaughters its soldiers and citizens, raises the dead, destroys Mjolnir, and even takes Thor's eye out.
I thought you'd be glad to see me.
She's arguably one of the most powerful villains in the entire MCU to date, and hella good character. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I've missed this.
The transplantation.
And to think, we were expecting a simple boyfriend meets girlfriend's family and their violent racist movie. The Armitage family are true monsters. Rose falsely romances various black people before bringing them home to meet the family. Or they just violently grab them off the street. They are then hypnotized and auctioned off, and their consciousness is sent into an empty void called the Sunken Place. Meanwhile, the Armitage's white friends and family members take over their now mentally vacant physical bodies via a brain transfer. It's a highly original concept, and the family's evil mixed with their pseudo-friendliness makes them both deeply interesting and horrifying. Forget Leatherface's family, this is horror. While Tim Curry left some extraordinarily large clown shoes to fill, we think Bill Skarsgård filled them and then some. He is absolutely terrifying as Pennywise the Dancing Clown. This Pennywise is a much more traditionally evil character than his 1990 counterpart. Both his costume and makeup are much darker, his speech pattern is more menacing, and he isn't nearly as hammy. It all makes for a far more effective evil entity. And it is arguably the scariest live-action Stephen King creation of all time.